Oh, we're having fun on a couch live out here in Scottsdale this morning. Welcome to the Today in AZ.
Woo!
How many humans can you fit on one piece of wicker furniture? Count them up. 3, 6, 7, 8. JQ's got his own personal little setup.
Oh yeah, that's a little put my coffee up here. I can sit. Plus, it's also good to have a little bit of an armrest because Paul and I can sometimes get into it. You know,
it's a toxic masculinity thing. Welcome, guys. It's open week. Finally, and we've been broadcasting live all morning long out here in Scottsdale at the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess. The sun is finally up, so we get our first look at what the course looks like on tournament week.
Beautiful.
And we have some experts to tell us about how great this course is.
yes.
All of you in your pajamas watching on your phones this morning.
Golf clap.
Vanessa, take this mic and pass it down this way. Let's have these gentlemen. Oh, they've got one.
Oh, they got
so
one.
let's go from one side to the other. Introduce yourselves. Give me a fun little fact and something about your golf game. Like, tell me what's going good. Give me some good news or maybe some bad news. Maybe you're a little off with the wedge. Maybe the 7-iron is just like exactly where you want it to be.
All right.
I'm just suggesting.
I'm Darian. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Hi, Darian.
And my favorite part about my golf game right now is probably my short game. I just practice putting into a little cup in my dorm, and that's always done the trick.
Like a solo cup?
Yeah.
We're talking like legit, like college style?
Just like a
here?
little plastic cup, something to help me when I get out on the course.
like 70s style.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
I'm Jack. I'm from Phoenix, local guy. Something I'm working on is stingers with a 3-iron. You know, it's
Okay,
a
people
cool
at
look.
home who have no idea what that is, myself included.
And I golf.
Yeah. We play a different game, Jimmy. What we play is not really golf.
Putt-putt,
Yeah,
right?
kinda.
Putt-putt? Chip and putt?
Yeah, stingers is when you hit it really low. Tiger Woods is kind of famous for them. Just it looks really cool. We're all about show.
We do that on
Stinger
accident.
game. Yeah, I do it on that. It's
yeah.
called topping off the ball.
Not that low. Real low, not that low.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. I'm from San Francisco, California, and I would say probably the one thing I still need to work on is putting. I just got to work on that feeling where you can step over a putt and know I'm gonna be able to make it.
It's weird, man, because I feel like you've got the most confidence in the group because of the shorts you got on here.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? Did you not check the forecast at all?
Well, it's normally cold in San Francisco, so compared to
You're just used to it.
Yeah, I'm just used to it. Yeah. I'm kind of regretting it, but not really.
And his voice is like it's
You
cold.
made it, though,
Yeah.
man. Like, you made it through. The sun's up now.
The heater here is
Ah,
a big
that
help.
helps.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Shouts out to Elston for bringing it over there.
Oh, Big L hanging out
Big
just
L.
off camera. Camera right. Give a round of applause for Big L.
I'm Dylan. I'm also from the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm from the East Bay in Danville, California. Right now, I've been working a lot on the driver, getting off the box. I know they say putt for dough, but I think it's drive for dough and putt for dough now.
Oh, the game's coming up.
Do you appreciate the short game or the long game?
I have no clue what they're talking about.
Well, the ladies like both,
She likes
I think.
stingers.
Yeah. Big stinger gal.
Big stinger.
All right, good morning. My name is Hatem. The easy way to remember it is, you know, when you
on?
hate something?
Yeah,
like
yeah, right
Hatem, that's my name.
Perfect.
And,
I hate her.
Oh, nice. So I'm from Casablanca, Morocco, 6,000 miles away.
I love that movie.
Oh, yeah, I know. Rick's Cafe.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Play it
go.
again, Sam.
And right now my game is pretty solid, but I got to work on my bunker shots. For those who don't know what a bunker is, it's those sandy areas. You can look it up on the full screen. And other than that, I feel pretty much confident about my game in general.
So we're going to ask you a little bit more about your golf game in just a second. But
Absolutely.
first, quick shout out to everybody watching out there at Facebook land. Good morning to Bianca, Connie, Michael, Michelle, Mary, Maxine, Nicholas. You guys all rock. Peggy, Sylvia, Michelle. Nicholas, by the way, says practice makes perfect when you're talking about your short game. So just find a solo cup from a friend and get your reps in.
Can I say a little? Can I say a little something about myself?
Well, you're wearing a
You have a
microphone.
Oh, I know, but I like this.
Too. Yeah.
My name is James. I'm 50 years old. I still live with my parents. And I'm a Sagittarius, and I've never had a girlfriend.
Wow. Apologize
Still
to all of
looking.
you for the static,
Still
by the way.
looking.
Yeah,
Apparently,
sorry,
when we
guys.
hold the bottom of the
Oh,
wireless
no.
mic, I'm just gonna hold it up like this, like a Michael Buffer in the ring. I think that's the move, right?
Let's bring it down. Off the
Ladies
Saguaro.
and gentlemen, let's get ready to. I was at the Royal last night. I kind of want to make it more like a Paul Heyman thing. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. No wrestling fans
You're
out
waking
there.
up our neighbors.
I don't know what
It's
you're
the sun's
talking
out,
about.
So let's get moving.
Sorry.
Little known fact, I was actually that guy for Halloween a couple years
Paul
ago.
Heyman?
What?
No, Buffer.
Oh, no kidding,
Michael Buffer.
Let's get
Let's
ready
get
to
to rumble. That's copyright.
Jack
I mean,
Walter.
I said Rundle, not Rumble, so you cannot sue me for that, Mr. Buffer.
Guys, as you may have noticed, today's just a bit of a freestyle out here on the after show. So if you have any questions for the ASU Golf Club, like this would be a great time to get them in. Just spit them in the comment section. We'll get them right to them. How often do you guys play this course out here?
The closest I've came to it was the Champions course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I played there twice, and it was amazing. It was so pure.
These are college kids, and it's not cheap to play
Not
out
at all.
here. I think that's the
No, I had
great
a buddy of mine
equalizer.
who's a member out there, so I
Okay.
ended up paying like $68 to play. So
Good deal.
kind of expensive, but it's better than paying $150.
68 bucks, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
It's the finest grass in Arizona out here. You realize that, right?
I have a patch of grass in my backyard like that big, and I can't even keep it green. It's like brown. They got miles out here, and I could sleep on this stuff. It is plush. They treat it better than my living room. Literally, it is.
They were out here early,
They're
taking care of everything.
and they're everywhere.
Yeah, 6:30 in the morning.
That was here, so they probably started at maybe 4 o'clock,
Right.
going hole to hole to hole. I've never seen something like that. It's crazy out there.
So for those at home who don't play a ton of golf and are trying to get invested in the Open this week, like what makes what separates a quality golf course from the kind that I would duff around on like a Monday afternoon for $20?
I would say it's absolutely the well-manicured greens.
Yeah.
The fairways and the tee boxes are just in immaculate condition. You can tell that these greenskeepers are out here early, making sure the work is done. They're putting in a heck of an effort. The biggest difference is going to be on the greens, though, I would say. You're going to see much better roll. There's something called a stimp meter, which we, as golfers, can understand as 11 or 12. It's probably some of the best rolling features you'll see on these greens, especially at a champion-style course.
One thing I've noticed about golf in general is that good courses punish bad players. And so, I can always tell when I'm playing at a quality course because I'm, 10 strokes worse. You know what I mean? And when your stint meter's at 11 or 12, what does that mean for your short game?
Well,
is it more unpredictable? Because I feel like as an amateur golfer, it makes it worse almost. I would rather just putt on a patch of asphalt at Ahwatukee Country Club. You know what I mean?
So faster greens means more roll.
Okay.
So when you chip on it, right, the ball's gonna hit the ground, bounce a couple of times, and then roll out. On a faster green, that rollout's gonna be a lot longer, and the bounces will be a bigger bounce. This also means that when you're putting, on the green, you need less force because it's gonna carry that extra. It's gonna go that a little bit further.
So stay out of the gym, JQ.
Do you know what they call me on a course like that? A waste of money.
It's all about waste management this tournament, Jimmy.
Exactly. No, I couldn't tell the difference anywhere.
The most important thing is just to go out there and have fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Nicholas in the comment section wants to try golf. Do you guys have a recommendation? It's step 1 for Nicholas out there in the comments.
Jack Nicklaus?
Not Jack Nicholas, just regular Nicholas. Yeah. No famous bloodline here.
Advice I could give him. So if you just want to start playing golf, it's a hard sport. You'd think it'd be easy, but I feel like once you actually try, you're really gonna know. So definitely get out there with a friend and try it together. I think that'll motivate you to keep playing. That's what you got to do.
What's an easy course to try if you're a beginner?
An easy course to try. Definitely look for low pars, so somewhere around 70 to 71.
Or Ahwatukee, I would say.
Yeah, just course lengths.
Paradise Valley.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, definitely don't play anything over 7,000 yards.
For me, that's $8. It's good. $8 in the summer. That comes with a cot.
What I did when I first started playing is I would start from the very front tees and I would give myself a goal. So if I want to shoot 75, I'd shoot 75 from the very front tees, and then I would move back 1 tee, shoot 75 again, move back 1 tee, shoot 75.
So it's kind of like weightlifting in a way.
Yeah.
It's just
all
reps,
repetition,
right?
just keeping a feel for the swing. Definitely getting out on the course 30 minutes early and putting,
Is
getting
it
a
true
feel
you
for the
can tell a
range.
person's character by playing 18 holes of golf with them?
I know a guy or two like that. Yeah.
Especially the handshake. Especially the handshake at the end of the round. You could always tell if it's a firm handshake. He's been playing golf for a while, but if he gives you a little flimsy hand,
The fish, yeah.
yeah.
How about the amateurs like me? You start out, maybe you do great on the first 3 holes, you get cocky, and then by the 5th hole you're screwing up. By the 10th hole you're throwing clubs, you don't talk to people.
And then you don't finish the round.
And then there's
Yeah.
the guy that you're beating for the first 4 holes pretty easy, but he just keeps quiet, he just keeps working. Next thing you know, his score's beating yours. It's character. It really does. It's amazing.
Mentality takes more of a percentage, I think, than the actual playing itself. for sure.
How old were you guys when you started playing? Because Tiger Woods started young. He was like 3 or 4 when they gave him his first.
No childhood.
Man, I started playing like I used to play baseball, but I started playing golf full time when I was in 8th grade, and then I played all throughout high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started playing probably 6th or 7th grade. Yeah.
That's early.
So.
I started playing when I was 2.
2.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does a 2-year-old do
Whoa.
on a golf course? Well, with a hole with the clown on it is probably tough. You learn how to deal with the windmill.
Actually, it was more my dad. My dad was a good golfer. He was a golfer, and he would bring me and my brother out onto the range. And so we, for fun, we would just put balls on the mat and start hitting them off the mats, and
Oh, cute.
that's how I first got interested.
It makes
Your
me
dad
really
was standing there going, win, win.
It makes me so sad to know that there's a 2-year-old that's better at golf than I am out there right now.
There's a lot of kids better than me, I can tell you that. And it don't make me sad.
Well, it's just as bad when you're like out there and you're in front of or behind like a senior group of women that's just crushing the ball, and you're just like, how do you do that? Like,
It happened to me a month ago, actually.
yeah. I mean, like, bravo to you ladies
Yeah, it
out
did.
there.
I
I don't mean that in a negative way.
No, not at all. I'll tell the story after you send
Oh, go ahead. All right. Oh, that's what we call a tease in the news business. I like this.
I first
Hey,
picked up
what's
a.
going on?
Oh, here we go. We got a special
We're
guest.
live on the
We're
air.
live on Facebook.
You're on television.
Welcome to the show.
Groundskeeper's popping by to say
Holy
hi.
cows, ready
We're
for
gonna
this
turn
whole
on the
thing.
heater for us.
Oh, I thought
Should
had
we
an
allow
interview
them to
with
do that real
We
quick?
can turn the heater on?
Yeah, let's do
come
it.
on in.
Let's make some
bring it
live
on.
internet television.
Yeah,
Okay, anyway,
come
back
on
to what
in.
you were saying.
Come on in, we will get you.
Oh yeah.
I had a story, but I'm trying to think of what it was now.
We had
We're
a story
telling their
here.
ages, and then we
Yeah,
have a
keep
story.
going. Okay, keep going.
So I first picked up a golf club with my dad, maybe in elementary school, but I didn't get back into it officially until after high school, craving some competition. You know, high school sports was the last of the organized sports for me until now. It's been nice to be out here with these guys.
Aw.
Sappy.
Jimmy, you want to ask what goes into changing a propane tank here?
Yeah, what type of propane you using there? Is this Mississippi mud, or are we more with that North Dakota blue?
It's the A grade.
A grade North Dakota blue. It burns a lot cleaner.
Back, like are we good?
You pay a little bit extra.
I want to keep my eyebrows. We're out here for the rest of the week.
I got a story.
Yeah, that's the idea.
When you get to me when you got it, I got a story.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, we just said hit the switch. About to see some live
You
magic
have
here.
to worry
I
about
think.
my hairpiece going up.
Yeah.
Lost a hairpiece last year.
Yeah. I'm backing up anyway.
We lost your microphone, by the way, Vanessa. You got to talk into this one now.
That's
Sorry
all
about your
right.
luck.
Can we dub in like a chip shot that lands right here perfectly?
Oh, that'd be beautiful. Yeah. This is symbolic. It's like the Olympic torch. Like once we get this
They're gonna
lit,
keep. It's going through the whole.
the Waste Management Phoenix
Yeah.
Open is officially here.
Officially underway.
Yes.
Hopefully it's not gonna hide our faces.
I smell a lot of gas.
Shouldn't that be?
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like
Famous
we
last
should say
words.
something.
Yeah.
Something like, to all the great golfing
Yeah.
people out there. May
Those who have gone before us.
Those who've hit the pars. May there be many hole-in-ones.
I don't know how I feel about this situation right now.
It does smell like gas, and
Yes.
more so than when I'm usually around
all
Vanessa.
right. It's all right.
All right, I think we're
Look at it
good.
this way. If something bad happens, we're going viral.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, baby.
We're gonna die
5 minutes of
in a
fame.
ball of fire on the internet.
Oh, see, you should have gone with the Mississippi mud. It cost a little more, but it lights every
Okay,
time.
let's get to your story real quick while we build the suspense.
I mean, no, it's just amazing because sometimes you look at certain players, you look at their swings, and you're like, no way, this guy shoots, really
Right.
low. And a month ago, I was invited to a skins game at Aguila Golf Course, and there were a bunch of Web.com tour players and LPGA players out there. And I got paired up with this LPGA player from Hawaii, and her swing looked a little bit awkward. However, she shot 4 under par.
Jeez.
And I was like, oh my god, like I really have to bust, my game to actually
Yeah.
crank a score like this one. So it's pretty amazing how you underestimate people, but at the end, you get surprised.
No, that's true. And then you get the guy out there with the PXG clubs and the nice swag, and he can't play at all. You know what I
Basically,
mean?
the PXG are like the Louis Vuittons of golf. So that's how I see it.
I have a PXG hat, and I always wear it when I play because it's a nice hat. But I constantly get asked, "Oh, you play with PXGs?" I'm like, "No, I can only afford the hat." Like,
Do clubs really matter, guys? Like when you're starting out, or you've been playing for many years, does it really matter to have
Yes.
better clubs?
You see, the word better itself, it's interpreted differently
Okay.
because it depends on your speed, it depends on your height, it depends on how you want to strike the ball. So, for example, the clubs that I have could work for me and maybe a guy out here, but would not work for him.
Oh.
So it really depends on how you swing.
All right.
And that's the difference between like a muscle back or a cavity back, or what we play normally is a blade. You'll see most of the touring players using a blade
Oh,
iron.
I can't play a blade. Oh my gosh.
For us amateurs that play, that usually means left or right. But these touring players, they can hit the blade pretty straight and pretty far, as we see every week.
That is crazy.
Another question from the peanut gallery here. Peggy wants to know if she should learn to play golf with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend wants to teach her, but she fears that it may ruin her relationship.
Depends on his temper.
Yeah. It says everything to do with your boyfriend, Peggy, and nothing to do with you.
I would say it's definitely a good learning experience. My mom actually learned golf after she married my dad, and she loves it now.
Yeah.
She's actually more in tune to golf than my dad is. But yeah, I'd definitely say give it a shot. Why not?
Go for it, Peggy.
Go for it.
Do it, Peggy!
I honestly think it's pretty easy to golf. It's hard to be good at it.
Yeah.
But it's pretty easy if you can get out there, a couple guys, have a couple cold ones, have a bunch of bad shots, but there's that one shot that you lucked out.
Keeps you
and it was
coming
like
back.
whoa, did you see that shot?
Talk about it for the whole.
Yes. You dream about it.
Yes.
It's when you try to get good. That's when the problems. You need a psychiatrist and stuff, and
I think a major problem a lot of us amateurs have is we try to muscle up too much. We try to hit the ball too far. We try to do too much with our game. When if you were to go out there with your grandpa or something, you're going to see that he hits the ball 150 yards straight, and he still makes his pars all the way around the course.
Sorry. No, what do you guys think about Larry Fitzgerald and his golf experience last week?
Oh, the hole in one with the president?
I saw that hole in one.
Gig, right?
Right?
He's a very good golfer. I heard he lives on a course down near South Phoenix.
No, he's ridiculously good. Him and Patrick Peterson are both astounding golfers.
They'll be at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Both of them will?
I think they are usual tenders.
There you go.
I mean,
Couple
this
soon
level
there.
is just psychotic, though. This tour that we're seeing.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
and because you can go to small tournaments around here with pro golfers that are amazing, but they're not these guys. That's what's scary. It's just how this level. You can be like so close, and you'll never play with these guys.
How about this? There are a lot of pro golfers, but there are a very small amount of tour golfers.
Okay.
That's where you draw the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing what they do with the ball, and then you go out on the course and you try to replicate the same thing, and it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Just
I know
because
guys that traveled around in the smaller tours, and they said it costs more to enter the tournaments in hopes of maybe getting to the next level.
absolutely.
And they
I
never do.
think that my friend here, Jack, said, how much is it to buy into this tournament?
Well, for the Pro-Am, it's several $1,000s. But even if you're
You pay more than you'll win.
Just ballparking it, several $1,000s.
even if you do the pre-qualifier, which they have, I think 4 sites of those, you get probably, I don't know, maybe 100 of fantastic players who play for 3 spots, and that's to get into another qualifier where you have another 100 or so fantastic players for playing for 3 spots.
So you basically have to be really good consistently.
Qualifier inception.
Yeah, right.
Well, here's my golf story. It's a great story.
All right, we got about a minute left in the
guy
show.
Went to high school with
Cliff's
amazing
notes.
golfer. Long story short, Bobby Richardson. Nobody could touch him in the state of New Mexico. Goes over to ASU for 3 years. Tries to make the varsity. He misses it every year. Senior year, he gets the final slot on the varsity. He's that good, but there was one guy coming in, an incoming freshman. They said, but he's not. This kid won't make the team. He'll probably make it in the next couple of years. The kid made the team, went straight to the first spot as an incoming freshman. That was Phil Mickelson.
No.
I've heard of him.
Bobby
Heard of him,
Richardson,
yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy. He was a great golfer, and then they released him, and he went straight and got like a full ride scholarship to the University of New Mexico and played for 1 year, but he just couldn't make this team. It's a good team here.
It's a very good team.
Couldn't take down Lefty.
Yeah,
Lefty will be out here.
Lefty
I think
took him out as a boy wonder.
43 PGA Tour wins for Lefty. I think he's won 3 times out here at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. We're going to be back here live tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. We broadcasted live all morning. We had a bunch of fun stuff. We were going to show you some of it, but the ASU Golf Club guys ate up all our time in a good way.
Yes.
The propane guys ate up a little time too, I'll be honest. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for stopping by the show this morning and sticking around for the Facebook show. Give these guys some love.
Thank you for having us. Absolutely,
Take care,
guys.
guys.
It was a
Happy
pleasure.
Waste Management Phoenix Open Week. Be good.
Their parents did a fine job. Fine job.